Hello, this is Beverly from scrapandthread.blogspot.com. Today I wanted to show you what comes in the new consultant's scrapbooking kit. There's two new kits. They are good, or the contents that I'm showing you are good from July 1st, 2014 through October 31st, 2014, and they may make changes to what's inside the kit if they need to. And as I said, there are two kits. One's the scrapbooking one, and the other one is for card makers. They are both $99, and many of the things that come in here will also be in the card making kit, just because they're the kind of the essentials of what you need to get your business going. So there's always a welcome letter, the packing slip, and I'm going to show you the individual things in just a moment, but I want to take everything out of the box so you can see this is how it comes packed. It is pretty heavy because there's quite a bit of stuff in here, as you can see. The kit is worth about $370 retail, and that's because of all of the various products that you get and the supplies to start a business. For instance, all the order forms. They did send, because this is in July, they did send a couple of the current idea books and catalogs, and you'll see that there's going to be a difference in how they do that in the future. They were putting them out twice a year. This is the spring and summer 2014 idea book and catalog, and now they've gone to something called the annual inspirations, and there are in the kit there's 10 of them, and these are something that will come out once a year. They're good starting in August of 2014. They go all the way up through July of 2015. And they'll also have two supplemental booklets that come out as well. And those are called, I think, Seasonal Expressions. There'll be one in December and one in April, I believe. These have almost 200 pages in them. So it's really a nice book with lots of ideas and of course, obviously, the products that are involved. I'm going to finish unpacking the box, and then I'm going to show you everything that's in it. Okay, let's get started. There's a lot here, so bear with me. I'm going to start with the things that are more businessy, but still lots of fun to have. They send you a little swatch booklet. It comes in alphabetical order, and those are all of the different card stocks, the different colors of cardstock. This is a white core cardstock, so if you're not familiar with that, it's great for embossing folders and that kind of thing, or sanding off so you can see the white in the inside. And they also send you a little, or actually a bigger, 6x6 inch swatch book of all of the brand new B&T double-sided papers. And this is a thicker weight paper. It's not cardstock, but it is a thicker weight. And they have different names varying on the season that they're released in. So one of the things that comes in the kit this time around for the scrapbooker is some bulk paper, and you'll have seen this. It's, as I said, it's double-sided, so this is one of their bulk papers, and the back side is the stars. And you get a package of that, which helps you to do workshops and classes and gatherings. And that one is called Chalk It Up. And one of the things that goes along with that, which is also another bulk feature, which means you can buy lots of one item, they have predetermined some accessories or embellishments that people might want to use. These are some hearts. They're 3D hearts, and this is in a sorbet color. I don't know if you can see them, but they stand out just a little bit. And so those are really great because then you can use this for larger groups, and you don't need to buy individual packages of things. They do also send you an extra package of the Chalk It Up assortment that has, if you see, here's the same little heart. But then there's a variety of things. And you actually, in this kit, end up getting 2 of these because there's this one that comes separately, but then there's their Chalk It Up Workshop on the Go. And the Workshop on the Go is a really fun program that gets you creating things right away without you having to do a lot of planning. It always comes with a workshop guide, and it tells you how to cut the various things to make these layouts. And then there's some alternate projects also listed there. And in the Workshop on the Go, it includes the paper packet for that particular titled one. And as I told you, this was Chalk It Up. So you get the full 12 by 12 with the zip strips right here. So those are always fun. Sometimes they have words and sometimes they're different graphics. So it just sort of depends. And then in this particular one, they also sent along some of their new cardstock color, and it's called Flaxen, along with some of the colors that they've had in the past, Lagoon and White Daisy, and I believe the other one was Sorbet. And then those work really well. They're coordinated together to go with the other embellishments that come along in there. And they also, so here's the package of the Chalk It Up assortment stickers. They sent in the Workshop on the Go, it also has this striped twill ribbon. It's a black and canvas colored twill ribbon, which is very pretty. And let's see, oh, and here's the stamp set. And there's always a stamp set included. And this is a D-size stamp set. On this particular one, it lists some of the things that you can cut with if you happen to have one of the Close to My Heart Cricut cartridges. This one happens to work with Scrapbooking, and so there's an outline here and it tells you what page it's on, and then you can make that cute little tag for that. So also in the kit, going along with the Chalk It Up theme, they have the complements, and complements are chipboard. They're printed chipboard that you can use for scrapbooking, and really all of this stuff can be used for cards and other home decor type projects as well. It doesn't have to be just scrapbooking. So that's the Workshop on the Go. And then under this pile, I had some other things that I didn't get to, but that would have been more business oriented. You get 5 of these cute little stamp sets. Let me pull that out of there. And these are great little incentives. This is called With Toppings. It's it's their petite perks. And so in this particular one, you get those 4 little images, and you get 5 of these sets. So these work really great for door prizes or incentives for booking, or you know, really whatever it is you want to use them as. There's lots of fun things there. And then when you do your workshops, it's nice to have the supplies all ready to go for your customers. And so to get you started, so you're really ready to go straight out of the gate, you get 2 really nice Close to My Heart acrylic blocks to mount your stamps on. You get their stamp scrubber, and this is a really nice size, so it's very portable. People can take it to crops. So this is a really nice little thing to take with you. It comes with the spritz cleaner. And then this is probably my favorite adhesive in the whole wide world. It's called Liquid Glass, and this is perfect for adhering like the complements down or other embellishments that you need some really strong glass, or excuse me, really strong adhesive for. I use it for the basin bling and a bunch of other things as well. So that's a really nice thing. You get another kind of adhesive. This is called Bonding Memories. This is the broad tip one. And this is the one where if you use it and you want to use it as a temporary adhesive, you let it dry on the material that you put it on before you put it onto the other surface. But if you want it to be a permanent bond, then you use it wet. So that's a really fun thing. You get a roll of washi tape. This is the really cute gold dots. You also get a roll of teal shimmer tape. You get a little sponge. You get 3 stamp pads, and as I said, Flaxen is their new color. So you're all ready to go with that. And I should be telling you, you know, some of the prices on some of this stuff so you realize what a great value this is, because the Workshop on the Go, for instance, alone is $30. And each of the stamp sets, for instance, in the stamp set it's called a D stamp, that one's worth $17.95. You do get this other stamp set. This one is called Great Job Everyday Life. This is a C size stamp set, and so that means that the C stamps are $13.95 normally. You get an E size stamp set, and the way they do this now is that instead of on a big sheet, which is harder to store, you'll get them on two smaller 6x6 sheets, and this is a really fun alphabet. And this is called handwritten print, and this is normally $29.95 is the retail price on that. You get the Hip Picks little album, and this is a nice spiral bound album ready for 4x6 photos to go right in here, and then you embellish it any way you want to, so that's perfect for scrapbookers. You get some little, these are adhesive studs, they're called durables, and you get a sheet of the brassy colored and one of, or gold I guess, the other one's kind of a faded silver. And then one of my favorite things of all time that they started carrying is the Picture My Life products, and it comes in a little box, and with this you'll get a design cover sheet, and you can, so that goes in the front of your album if you want, or it can go anywhere really, and then you get 10 12 by 12 memory protectors, so you get one, and this is a side loading one for your cover sheet, or if you want to do some traditional scrapbooking with a 12 by 12 layout you can, and then you get several different pocket scrapbooking protectors of the different sizes, 3 by 4, 4 by 6, with different orientations. But then the part that makes this extra super cool is all of the cards that you get with this. And this happens to be the set that's called For Always. And with that, you'll get 78 3 by 4 cards, and you get 3 of each of the designs, which is great because they're double-sided, and so some of them are for just kind of like little fillers. There's my playlist for journaling, today's weather, just all kinds of really cool things that you can do there, and you can use them. You can put little photographs on them, you can put stickers on them, you can stamp on them, all kinds of really fun ways to use those for your pocket scrapbooking. Or I use them actually in traditional scrapbooking as well, and I also use them in my art journals. And then you get 44 4x6 cards, and so with these you have 2 of each design, and once again they're double-sided, so it says it like a daily log, what a beautiful day, just really nice, very versatile things that you can use this for. Some people may think when they first look at it in the idea book that maybe it's more wedding based, which would be great. I mean, it totally would be fine for that, but you can use it for so many other things. This got kind of that chalkboard feel to it, which is very hip right now, and so this is why it's part of this kit to go along. You know, you can mix it up with the chalk it up thing. You get a little pair of micro-tipped non-stick scissors. These are fabulous, and they are now carrying some alcohol markers. These are brand new, to close to my heart. They'll be available starting in August. And with the scrapbooking kit, you get 2 colors. One is golden yellow, and the other one is turquoise blue. This is they're dual-ended. It's from a company called Shinha, and on one end you have a really nice fine tip, which is great for coloring in very small areas, and then on the other end you have a chisel broad tip, which I love for lettering and doing, you know, fancy types of doodling and things like that. So those are a really nice inclusion for your kit, and also for close to my heart to be carrying those. Now, the one thing about alcohol markers you need to be aware of is that they do bleed through because of the intensity of the ink. So you want to be careful and probably not use them straight on your layout, not unless you have something that's going to back it on the other side in your album, or I would just, you know, kind of maybe play with it a little bit before you decide how you want to use that on your scrapbooking pages. But typically I layer a lot of things that I use my alcohol markers for. And then the last thing, and certainly not the least thing, is the My Legacy Faux Leather album. And this is the outdoor denim one. It's worth, the retail price is $29.95, and it comes packaged in this box. And these are really nice albums that you assemble yourself. It's a post mount album. This is for the spine. You throw away the cardboard piece inside. The instructions are all right there. And you can see, you just put in your memory protectors right there with the post bound. If you have any problems, certainly let your consultant or me know, and I will help you walk you through how to assemble those. Or actually, close to my heart, recently did a video where they show how, Monica showed how to assemble this. So I'm going to show you some projects that I make with this brand new kit to give you some ideas as to how to use it, and I'll be back. Okay, so I made two-page layouts from the Workshops on the Go, and I wanted to point out a couple of things. There's all kinds of great instructions in here about cutting and the sizes of your photographs and everything that you need to know. And I didn't use any additional products other than I only used the things that came in the new consultant's kit, except for two things. One was a journaling pen, which is a black journaling pen, and the other is I did use the Scrapbooking Cricut cartridge from Close to My Heart, but they do have cutting instructions if you don't have that, so you don't need to have the Scrapbooking cartridge. I did not have two 4x6 pictures to go on the mats that they suggested, and so for one of them I used that as part of my title, and for the other one I used a 4x4 picture, and then I did end up using the stamp that came with the Workshop on the Go kit, but I masked off the arrow, so it just says the too cool part. So that was the first layout. And my second layout was also based on the instructions in the guide. And actually, I think I'm just going to have it like that. And once again, I didn't have the exact size photos that they suggested, and so one of the ways you can get around that is either making your mats a little bit smaller if you want to. So for instance, they recommended a 5x7 picture here, and instead of doing that, since I had so many papers from the bulk kit, the bulk Chalk It Up, I have 24 of these pieces of paper. I did end up using this side as an extra mat, so I double matted my 4x6 photos, and I think that that worked out really well. And then the only thing that I did also add on this particular two-page layout was, if you remember, the kit came with all these stickers, the Chalk It Up stickers, and as you can see I used most of them. I did end up, because this came with the, for the new consultants, it came up with the Chalk Up compliments, and these are the chipboard. I did use some of the chipboard here for part of my journaling and a couple of the stars, and that was it. But once again, everything came from the new scrapbooking kit. And then, oh, for the lettering for the other title, I did use the alphabet, the handwritten print alphabet for the titling on there. And I swapped out what they had suggested stamping for here, and I used the stamp set that came with the new Scrapbookers kit also. So you can mix and match. You don't have to follow the instructions exactly as it says, and I encourage you to do that actually. I think that it makes it more yours, and it's nice to have the other things as a guide. But if it doesn't work for you, make it work for you in a way that you're happy with. And then with the leftover pieces, which I still have quite a few, I have one full 12x12 sheet. I have an extra page of an extra piece of cardstock that is large enough to make another card. But I did make two cards from my scraps. I didn't use any extra card bases or anything like that. And if I had used extra card bases or extra white daisy cardstock, I could make quite a few cards with the scraps that I have left over. But I was trying to show just with the Workshop on the Go what you can do. And then there's my other card. And these were the scraps from the Scrapbooking cutouts. There's lots of little tabs here. That's what these are, also from the Scrapbooking cutout from the scrapbook layout. So I still have all of the other materials that I haven't even started with, the Hip Pocket album and all of the Picture My Life stuff. I have all of these things that I can still work with. I have still 23 pieces of this other paper. So there's a lot in this kit, and I've just barely scratched the surface. If you have any questions at all, please do contact me at stampandbev@msn.com or scrapandthread.blogspot.com. I would love to help you if you want to become a new consultant, and I can share with you other ideas if you're interested at all. And I really do appreciate you spending your time with me today. Thanks. Take care.